can use. We are live at the number one internet radio station, IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeartRadio station. I'm starting a little late today, had a lot of stuff to do, met with UPS. A shout out to Beverly McGee. She's going to make my shipping of flat Tommy water a little less cost effective, and I'm excited to be happy about that. Burl had an appointment, so my co-host will not be in the studio today, so she will be joining us back next week. Today, we're going to be sharing information, giving introspection, and providing some. So today, we're going to be talking about customer service. I know everybody in America has had customer service, whether it was good customer service or bad customer service. And so I want you guys to call in. I'm going to give you a number, Intellectual Radio, 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. Call and share a good example of customer service or a bad example of customer service and how you handle it. I would love to hear from you today. You are tuned in into the number one internet radio station, intellectualradio.com, and iHeart radio station. And I'm feeling so good today. I want to give away a 6-pack of flat tummy water. If you can call me and tell me why you deserve to get a free 6-pack of flat tummy water. You're gonna suppress your appetite. It's going to help you if you have high blood pressure, if you're a diabetic, any inflammation, and it's going to suppress your appetite. So call me here at the studio, 708-223-8953, and tell me why you should get a free 6-pack of D flat Tommy water. And I think I'm going to start doing that every week because I need for you all to get involved in D flat Tommy water, or you might know someone who could use D flat Tommy water. So we're going to take a pause for the calls. I want you guys to call in. I'm ready to talk to you today. It's me solo, going to be on air for a little while. So call and join the conversation. And please, intellectualradio.com, you tuned in to Making Waves with Miss Darci right here at the number one internet radio station. Go to intellectualradio.com.
Hi, my name is Team Olivia Pate. Listen to Making Waves with Miss Darcy on IR and iHeart radio station, Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We love you, Miss Darcy.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to IntellectualRadio.com and Making Waves with Miss Darcy.
It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactive Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful.
Depression
you feel
is a
confident
tangle
to
of
go after
multiple
all the things
symptoms.
you want. Make it
It can
happen
make you
today
sad.
with Proactive Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that.
Feel tired.
Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatology.
Seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering
For UPS to get a lower shipping rate. But Burl Banks Mitchell, who is my new co-host, she wasn't able to be here today, but she will be returning next week. So today, if today is your birthday, happy celebrating an anniversary or a wedding. Shout out to Megan, who her life will never be the same. I know a lot of you all were up on Saturday morning at 3 a.m. watching. I got to see snippets of it. I saw Oprah, I saw uh, what's her name, Serena Williams, and some of the other people that were there. So I know that her mother is very proud of her. Prayers out to her dad, even though he didn't do the right thing always. We're imperfect, but shout out to him that he wasn't able to be at his daughter's wedding. That's an event that will go down in history, and he will never be able to bring that back. But I just want to wish them nothing but success and very happy for her. I look at who we are and the things that we do. Now, it's an amazing fact. Do you think that 75% of married women wish their husbands would hold their hands more often in public. So I don't know if it'll be 75%, maybe 50%, but the study shows that it's actually 60%. And then it says 60% of us have never used an old school rotary phone. I don't remember the rotary phone, I don't think, but I remember the push button phone. I think the rotary phone was like a little bit before my time, but I remember the push button phone. And then it says 50%, but it's actually 65% of women say the wrong underwear could actually ruin their entire day. 11% of us admit to stealing a coworker's lunch at least once. I've never done that. And it's actually 33%. They would still, because you don't know who prepared it and what if they washed their hands. So I don't know if I would really do that one. So starting in June, we're going to go back with the gift cards and the trivia questions and giving away cash, compliments of American Express. My deep thought for today is while money can't buy happiness, it certainly lets you choose your own form of misery. And I think that's true. While money can't buy happiness, it lets you choose your own form of misery. We did the birthday shout outs. Now let's talk about customer service quickly. Customer service. Customer service is actually the lifeline of a business. You can offer promotions, you can slash your prices, you can bring in new customers or new clients, but unless you get those customers to come back, your business will not be profitable at all. And they always say at least the first 3 years determine if your business is going to be successful or not. So customer service actually starts with hello, how you doing? With a smile. You want to get positive feedback. And so even when you call, I know we all have called the 800 number and you got to go through all these prompts and you used to could just press zero and reach the operator. Now they may make it number 3 or number 9. And so when you answer the phones, if you get a call forwarding, you want to have staff that can greet them with customer service saying, hello, how you doing? Or being pleasant on the phone. I don't like recorded robot customer service. And that's what you get if you're dealing with Xfinity, Comcast, any of your phone carriers. You got to go through this whole loop before you get to actually talk to someone. And I called Comcast the other day to cancel my service because it's just too high. So I'm going to try Set TV One or Set TV something. It's like $30, but you get like over 500 channels, including premium channels. So I'm going to give them a try and see how that works. I did like Sling, but I think Set TV has more to offer than Sling. But Comcast, they get ready to go up on their boxes again, and I'm kind of done with Comcast. But when I call Comcast, they asked me to enter my phone number. Put in my phone number. Then they want you to verify your name and your address. And then they want you to verify the last 4 digits of your cell. So I did all of that. The gentleman got on the phone and he said, hello, welcome to Xfinity. How can I help you? I said, well, I want to cancel my service. He wanted to offer me $75 to stay. I think that's just like the norm. And I said, well, why come you all don't offer anything more than $75? He said, let me pull up your account. I said, I'm fully verified. He went back to verify my first and last name, my mailing address, my city, state, and zip all over again. I was like, this is absurd. I was already fully verified. Can you believe that? Can anybody out there listening to me relate with this? This is actually crazy. That's crazy. So I know that Comcast has to go. If you're a Comcast customer, call and tell me how your service is going. But I would love to hear your testimony. We have a caller. I have to press the thing. Hold on. I'm getting some exercise today. Hello, caller.
Hi, Dee, how are you?
Good. State your name and where you calling from.
This is Katie Lowe.
Hey, Katie Lowe, Rhythm Flow Radio. Rhythm Flow Radio. She'll be on at 4:45, so y'all make sure y'all tune in. So, Katie, tell me, I know you've had experience with customer service. Give me a good or a bad example of customer service. Is the customer always right?
No, the customer is not always right. And we know this. We know this because we experience it all the time. Whether you're in clothing store, in the grocery store, wherever you are out there and you are a customer, we know that the customer is not always right. The customer can be wrong. Customers can be wrong in instances where, and this is something I see all the time, where they go and they shop and they change them price tags on them clothes. They change them price tags. Now they just got in this SKU with these pants and blazers, separate.
Right.
And you want those pants, so you go and take a pair of pants that cost $99. Put you a $59 ticket on.
Oh my goodness.
Some of them they even come with the little punch guns where they can change those tickets.
No.
Oh yes, they do. And then they walk up to the register and they will order that coat down with those pants for $59.
Oh my
And
goodness.
those pants are $99. And they will make a big stink in the store, have everybody looking at them. And then once they give them the correct price on the pants, oh no, they said $59, so you got to sell them to me.
Uh-oh.
So
do they get them for $59? Do they get them $59 instead of $99?
No, they ain't gonna give. They're not gonna give them up for $59. Okay.
Or by the people that get the pants. Back in the day they had the pantsuit where you buy it as a set, the jacket and the pants. But maybe you're heavier up at the top than you are at the bottom.
That's what I'm talking about. They sell it separate. And it's the pants and the jacket. And if you're a little busty, say that your bottom is a 16, but your bust is more like a 18 or 20. So you have to buy a larger size jacket.
Right.
Okay. And they changed the tags on them. They do it all the time. I mean, it's something that they do today.
Wow. So the person that's at the register, when they're handling it, are they providing good customer service when they're talking to the potential customer? Or are they providing bad customer service? Would you say?
They are providing good customer service and knowledgeable customer service, because at that point, they are telling this customer, okay, the correct price is $99. Mm-hmm. If you'd like to purchase them, you can purchase them for that price.
Okay.
But it's always that customer is gonna get kind of arrogant. Okay.
Yep, you're right. Because they think if they get arrogant, they're gonna get it for that price. That's why they being arrogant.
They try to flip the script.
Yeah. Wow. Well, now, do you have a good customer service that you've experienced in the last couple of days or months that you can give a shout out to?
You know what? I was with you last night.
Yep.
At my Tia Maria, the restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah. When we always go out to eat, we do this once a month.
Yep.
We eat whatever we want to, and then we just split the bill. Mm-hmm. We never look at the cost of the food. We never look at who had what. Once we get the check, we split the bill and we split the tip.
Correct.
And we always tip 20%.
Correct.
Always.
Yep, we do.
So it's just ironic that you would be talking about this, because our waiter last night, when we told him to split that check,
he looked confused.
But he said he couldn't do it.
Right.
But as soon as I said something about that $12 tip, he grabbed that check, he ran to the back, he came back, he had split that check in half.
He sure did. That's right. Yep.
And he collected his $12 tip.
He sure did. So Katie, how was your food last night?
Oh, that food was just great. I wish I could have gave Earl some of that guacamole.
He already asking for a doggy bag.
He did. Did he want ketchup on it?
And how was those margaritas, Katie?
Girl, let me tell you, I could have one right now.
Right, because you see, when I drank mine, I couldn't even talk. I was like in a daze.
That was right on here before.
Yeah, we've been there before. Yeah,
I think that was right on time.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Katie. We'll be tuning in to Katie Lowe today at Rhythm Flow at 4:45 p.m. Make sure you guys tune in. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for the support, Katie.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tierra, they have amazing Mexican food. So you have to try their food. It is absolutely amazing. And they give you so much that I'm going to have the rest of mine for dinner today. But their food is really good. And the gentleman, I think he might have been new, but he was very pleasant. He didn't want to split the bill in half. So we usually just, like Katie said, we just go out to have a good time. So we just, whatever we order, we just cut it down the middle, and then we make sure that we tip 20%. And that's another topic we want to talk about too, is how much we're tipping. Because I went to Miller Al's last week, and they had the lobsters. You get two for $15 plus one side. And the lady there said she had been at work for 3 hours and hadn't made a dime. We were the first people, the book club was the first set of people, and she was like, I haven't even made any money. And so we tipped her, and she was like almost in tears. So people, I know we base service, but if the situation was reversed for you in that position, you would want to receive a tip, because waiters and waitresses do not make a lot of money. They rely on their tips. Another form of customer service is don't make all these elaborate promises when you're a business owner that you can't keep. So if you say your new bedroom, like if a delivery person say your furniture will be delivered on Tuesday, make sure it's delivered on Tuesday. Same thing with me with the flat tummy water. Even though I have somewhat control of the driver, but I don't have control if the driver car breaks down or if a family member gets sick. Things do happen. So I have the drivers I have, they're very reliable. They were first meeting them at one location, and the one driver who's retired, he really enjoys this, and he get to meet people. They've even offered him some other additional jobs, side jobs for him, and he really loves it. And they're tipping him. So even though I'm paying him, they was calling me saying we just like his, his personality, how cordial he is. Is it possible we can tip him? And I'm like, well, I never even thought about that. So they are tipping. Two of my drivers are getting tips, plus other jobs that the household may need, who is a flat tummy water customer. And I think, how cool is that? So customer service, even if you're having a good day or a bad day, it when a person is upset or angry, it requires more muscles than if you were to smile and say, hello, how you doing? It's less stressful. And I'm telling you, people are dying and having health issues because of stress. Stress is no joke. Stress can kill you. So stuff you can control it. Stuff you can't control, pray about it and keep going. And I know that's easier said than done, but life is too short. Life is just too short. We have to really don't sweat the small stuff. And again, we're talking about customer service, whether it's your home, your business, when you call the 800 number, customer service. And we have a caller. I'm getting some extra exercise today, y'all. Hello, caller. State your name and where you calling from.
Hi, my name is Denise, and I'm calling from Oak Park.
Hi, Denise. So, Denise,
Hi.
we're talking about customer service. Is the customer always right when it comes to customer service?
I'm going to say yes, especially if you have already paid, already completed a transaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And so, can you think of a form of customer service, whether it's good or bad, that you've had an experience with?
A relative in another state for Mother's Day, and FedEx tracking said it was left on the porch. And long story short, they didn't receive it.
Oh.
So I called the merchant and said that.
Okay.
And their immediate reaction was, "Oh, I'm so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry she didn't get it." And they referred to her, by her surname. That's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Johnson didn't receive it." Oh, and didn't give me a lot of hassle. Wanted to see if what did I want to do, and I wanted to replace it. Okay. Well, unfortunately, it was a Mother's Day special thing, so I couldn't replace it. It was no longer available. And I was disappointed because it was perfect for her. But anyway,
okay.
They said, well, instead, pick something out. And what they did was they made me whole because, let's say I had spent, I'm going to make this number up, $70 on
responsibility right away, though. And to me, that's important because that's leaving a lasting impression with you as well as the person that you sent it to. So you will continue to do business with them because they didn't turn around and say, oh, Denise, well, it's not our fault. Somebody should have been responsibility for it and made it whole. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with me. I appreciate that.
Yes, you're welcome. You guys have a great day.
You too. Bye bye. So again, customer service. I'm glad she brought that up because people were shipping flowers and gifts and stuff for Mother's Day last weekend. And speaking of that, I had ordered some cordless mics from Amazon, and one of them were cracked. And according to the website, they only had two sets left. So when I got it and we went to put it on the charger, it was cracked on the side, just a little, not a lot. So I immediately called Amazon. Amazon said, we don't have any more in stock. You can either wait for that one to come in stock on back order, or we can upgrade you to another one. And they did it without hesitation, right? And so I said, well, send me a shipping label so I can send the portable charger with the other mic and all of that back. They told me to keep it. So now, even though it's a little cracked, I have two sets of cordless mics. They didn't even ask for it back, and they did priority shipping. They sent it right away, the new set, and it was more money. So I will continue to shop at Amazon. They didn't go through all the nip and that. And sometimes when you're a business owner, whether you small, medium size, or large, you have to take the customer's concerns and feelings into consideration. Reliability is key. You want your customers, you want repeat customers. You don't just want one time customers, you want repeat customers. Now, what about complaints? How do people deal with complaints with somebody calling you, they cursing you out, they upset, they yelling, they screaming? How do you handle someone that's an irate customer who did business with you and spent money with you? How do you deal with that? Do you try to get them to calm down and see their point of view? Do you lash out at them and go back and forth and see who can yell the loudest? Customer service is really key. So now we've had people call in and say, no, the customer's not always right. And then someone else says the customer is always right. Continues to be a customer. Once they explain the problem or what happened, because people in packages when you leave them on the porch. People are stealing now. They waiting for you to leave a big box on the porch and run and steal it. So now I want my packages when they're delivered to be signed for or to go to the post office because people are stealing packages. And most time it's your neighbor. So we have another caller. Hold on, you guys. Hello, caller. State your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Sharon Harper.
Hey, Sharon, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
Good. Do you think the customer is always right?
Of course not.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they're not. And let me just give you my take on customer service.
Okay.
First of all, based on my years of experience dealing with customer service and stuff like that, customers sometimes can be annoying and over exaggerated in a lot of things. Okay. Now, I don't know what type of training people who work in the stores are given regarding customer service, but I know from people I've talked to, they said that normally they always tell them that the customer is always right, but that's not necessarily true. So maybe they take it from the standpoint, okay, this is what we were taught, so whatever the customer tells me is correct and true. One of the issues I have per se, especially in this day and age, because we're dealing with different types of people working, and I'm going to have to get on my young folks, okay? Because sometimes they look at it totally different, and I don't know. See, I was brought up, treat people the way you want to be treated. I don't care whether you're right or wrong.
Right.
The first thing you have to do is listen to what the customer is saying, because, I mean, what's that character, Medea? Are you listening to the words that are coming out my mouth? The first thing, you have to listen and make sure you are hearing what the customer is saying. A lot of times you can repeat back to this customer what that customer just said to you, and that helps you get an understanding of what the issue or problem may be, because a lot of times we don't necessarily listen to everything.
That's correct.
Listening is so important. You got to listen, okay? Now, for one thing, if you're dealing with an irate customer, don't get belligerent with that customer. You know, I mean, get to the point, hey, tell them, say, hey, take a deep breath, let it out. You know what I'm saying? Try to get the customer calmed down, because at some point they may even get worse. You know, and at that point, what you say, well, look, let me step away for a few minutes and I'll come back to talk to you when you have calmed down, okay? Don't stand there and take the beating from that customer, because sometimes it will get worse,
Correct.
okay? Just step back, say, hey, I'm going to let you stay here for a few minutes and calm down, then I'll come back to try to address your problem, you know, so.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Now, do you have an example or an experience where you've had either good customer service or poor customer service, but it turned into a good experience?
Let me try to, well, I'm trying to think back of a store. Because I can't think of this. I don't know if you may remember years ago, they had this one store. And it was more, if it's more than 3 people in line, they always open up another register.
Okay. The register,
Right.
yeah.
Now, I noticed that when I go to a lot of stores, first of all, I'm coming to your establishment spending my money. And I don't like standing in long lines. I'm going to give you a prime example. Jewels. And then 2, it depends on what neighborhood you go to, because all of them are not created the same. And
Correct.
that's the sad thing about it. If I can go up north to Jewels and won't have to wait in long lines, but yet on the south side where I live, you got 10, 15 people standing in line. Well, you don't want my money. And see, when that happens, I walk out.
Correct.
But I always make it a point to see who the manager of the store is, and I will talk to that manager, you know, because I find a lot of times, and I'm just saying, being a manager, I have helped my employees on many occasions. I didn't have to do that. But I always think back how I was raised. Treat people how you want to be treated.
That's so
and I would
important.
assist my employees until, you know, they got the line down. And when I say line down, however many customers, and this was not at a grocery store, it was at a government agency, okay?
Okay.
So I would assist them, then I get back to work. You find sometimes managers take on the attitude that's beneath them. That's what I got employees for, to do that. But just help people, because if they come in and they're spending the money, why should 10 or 15 people be standing in line to check out?
Yep.
And I find some of the express checkouts before the regular line.
It is. Yeah, because if you hit the wrong button, because I was in Target yesterday in Hillside, and I went in there to get 3 items. And then when I got to the self checkout, so I had some bananas because I was gonna make a smoothie. So I get to the checkout. It had, instead of having a number where you just key in the number, it had a label, a UPC label. When I scanned it, it came up with something that cost $9 and something. I'm like, wait a minute, I know these bananas don't cost $9. So then I was like, $9. So I had to wait for this lady to come over with her key, put in her code, and she kept putting in the code wrong. And I'm just like, okay, I could have just gotten a regular line. It took her almost 10 minutes. And she kept putting in. I said, you don't know your code? She said, I keep forgetting it. So I have to stand here till she do this like 4, 5 times. Then she do that and she reset it. She said, you got to rescan your stuff. I was like, are you kidding me? So she just cleared the whole thing out. So the stuff that I had already in the bag, I had to turn around and rescan it. I was just like, okay.
And you know the thing about that, because I use self-checkout a lot, because a lot of them sometimes don't even have a regular cash you're working, you know, on the
right over there to help you. That's correct.
Right, so you won't have a choice. And like the fruit and stuff, because as a matter of fact, I bought some bananas. They were 19 cents each. But the store I went to, they always have cashiers standing by if you have a problem and stuff.
And they should. They really should. But they don't always have that.
So, I know.
People listening, Sharon, by you being an entrepreneur, a business owner, people that are listening to the show right now, if they're a small business, what should they do to keep customers coming when it comes to an irate customer or something not going as planned, or they might have ordered something and the shipment didn't come in? How should they handle that customer or potential new client?
Well, like I said, with the irate person, see if you can calm them down, first of all, if you're actually talking to them over the phone, okay? Or even in the store, they come in the store. Try to calm them down. Don't let it get out of hand. And like I said, hey, try asking them, hey, take a deep breath, because sometimes that helps. And I'm just saying it has helped me, okay? And just say, well, I don't want you, there again, you don't want to end up something happening to you physically in terms of high blood pressure and stuff like that. I don't know.
Correct.
Some people have a sense of humor who can say that way with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you upset, you cause more harm to your body.
Yeah.
That adrenaline is shooting up. But try to calm them down and talk to them. And if there's a mistake that your company may have made, first thing you got to do, acknowledge
That's
it.
correct.
Because everybody makes mistakes. I don't care what corporation or company you are. Everybody makes mistakes and shit happens, as they say.
Yeah.
Okay?
Go the extra mile. Yep, you correct.
Right. You have to and jump on it. Jump on whatever the issue may be. And out of courtesy, let me just say this, because it may be hard for some small businesses. Offer that customer a token of appreciation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you got something that you can give, whether it be a pair of earrings, a little vial of cologne, a perfume, or whatever, out of courtesy, just offer that. Because I ordered from this company, I think it was Denver, and I was surprised what the owner, and this is a small business owner, I was surprised at what she sent me.
Oh, wow.
And I'm saying, now, did she make this mistake? Because I started to call and ask her.
So you said she did that as a token?
Yes, yes, she did, because I order all the time from her. Okay. So she wrote a little note, handwritten note, and I like those handwritten notes and appreciate for your service and stuff like this. Here's something, and appreciation for having your business or something to that effect. You write it up however way you want to. But it don't have to be anything. The item she sent me was $25. But see, over the past year, I had spent more than $25 with her establishment.
Right. So it could be something small or large. So you're absolutely right.
And not only that, handwrite a note. When you handwrite something, to me, that's more personal.
That's correct. That's something you just generated. Well, thank you so much, Sharon. I enjoyed your feedback. Thank you very much for sharing positive feedback, and I appreciate it. And thanks for supporting us. Okay. You have a nice day.
Okay.
Yes.
The way you want to be treated, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one. So yes. So as you can see, she closed out with treat people where you want to be treated. If you have a small staff, if you have interns, customer service is key to your business. So if you are not able to give your customers or your employees or your staff proper customer service training, you can hire companies that do that. Never say you don't know. Say I'll get back to you, because customer service is the key to your business. And also, like the young lady said, go the extra mile, take the extra step. If someone wants you to help them find something, if it's in aisle 3, tell them it's in aisle 3. Better yet, walk them to whatever they're looking for. We have to, work with our seniors, individuals who are handicapped, because one day that could be us. So again, you want to treat people the way you want to be treated. Throw in something extra. Offer them a discount on their next purchase. Whatever it is, it may be, but do that, because that way your customer service, by being nice and going the extra mile, it's going to bring in more people, because they're going to tell, just like people share good news, they're going to share bad news. If you do something extra, they're going to share that, and that's going to increase your platform. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back next week. We're going to be giving away cash as well as flat tummy water. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the callers who called in. And then closing, build your own dreams, or someone else would hire you to build theirs, and that will be me. And so until next time, we're out. Thanks for tuning in.